Well, well, I see you took my advice, but you'll still need to keep what was given to you, as the scenes of horror grow even more unimaginable. Prince and Freddy will continue to be your tour guides on this carousel of hell, only as long as you keep your nightlight close by to keep the black-eyed children at bay, the poltergeist calm, and the night crawlers hidden. Hit the lights and sit back as we welcome you to Nightlight, a horror movie podcast.
I'm Prince, also known as Head Knight.
And I'm Freddy, also known as Nighty Night.
And this is Nightlight, a horror movie podcast. We're back at it with a brand new motherfucking month. My God. This is our lo-fi analog horror month, also known as Don't Press Play. I am so excited to fucking talk about this month, man. I am so excited about this month. One thing that is about that is honestly crazy about this month is the fact that these are films that I feel like we should have covered that we have never had a chance to cover. But if you are a Patreon member, I would highly suggest hopping on Patreon this month for sure. Once again, if you don't have any bucks to toss, it's totally fine. You can join in for free to at least see what's kind of going on in there. You don't have to participate. But if you do want to participate, all you need to do is just sign up for the $1 tier or above, and you can participate in our poll, because our poll is honestly fucking incredible this time around. I am so excited that we've never done something quite like this before. I'm not going to give it away because I don't want to give it away right now. I mean, technically you can see it on like Instagram and all that stuff. But,
Sure. Yeah,
well, technically you can. But like, I like to have a little bit of a mystery. But this is the first time that we have a YouTube movie on the ballot.
Yeah.
What the fuck? So if that didn't give it away, then
it's becoming a real movie. That's another hit.
It's becoming a real movie, exactly. Then that should give it away. It's the fucking Backrooms. We have the Backrooms on the ballot where it's going to go against The Ring from 2002. And boy, oh boy, am I excited to see what the outcome is of that. Because a lot of people are really jazzed about the Backrooms, and as we are as well. So that is something we've never done before. That would be very interesting. It would be the entire list of the Backrooms in its current form on YouTube. We're not going to do any of the other things, even though if they're canonical or not. We're not going to do any of the fan-made stuff. We are only going to focus on Ken Pixel's versions if he wins, I guess, the poll. So I don't want to jump ahead of myself, but I mean, I'm just saying,
because then it's something different. It's for sure.
It's something different.
I've never seen it too. I've heard great things.
Oh shit! So there's even more of a reason for you to probably vote for this movie. So if you vote for this movie, great. It's kind of hard to even call them movies. I mean, it's a movie in my eyes. It's for the whole playlist. It runs a little bit more than 2 hours long. So I'm excited about that. I'm not saying it's gonna win, but I feel pretty confident that it's gonna win. A lot of people are jazzed about this. I feel pretty confident that it's gonna win. But we are not here to talk about that. No. This is the brand new month of Don't Press Play. So we're gonna talk about the one that kind of really sparked my interest to do this to begin with. One that, once again, surprised that we have not covered yet out of the 7 years of doing this show. But we're going to be talking about none other than a motherfucking classic, VHS from 2012. First and foremost, Freddy, thoughts?
So it's kind of cool because I feel like I haven't seen this movie since it first came out, and I did not remember too much about it. I kind of remembered the story that's in between the stories of like the people breaking into the house looking for a VHS tape and then they're randomly playing it. I think that concept works very perfectly in this movie. I think the linear structure of just them like, oh, we're trying to find a tape, let's find the real tape, and then they're just playing it. It makes sense for them to look for that tape and play random tapes. So I think for making it possible to have an anthology, it made sense. Now, I do have some gripes with this movie. I hated every single character in this movie. And you're supposed to hate all these characters. You are not rooting for them. You want them to, get punished in some weird fucked up way, which it does.
Point of all VHS movies is you want to see everybody die.
Exactly.
That's the point. There's no happy ending in any VHS movie ever. So
Yes. And I will have to say, out of all of the VHSs, I think this has a good collection of all of the horror shorts. I think there are a couple ones that kind of pull back a little bit, but there's ones in here where I'm just like, I forgot that happened, and it's really cool. I really enjoyed the first one, and the random whispers was like, I like you. I'm like, ew, gross.
oh yeah, that's David Bruckner's.
Yeah. And then, of course, the last one's pretty good as well. It's a good mixture of stuff. It's fun. It's a fun ride. It's a good time. Found footage is still one of those subgenres where I'm just like, I don't love it, but I'm always down to go for the ride. Give me the realism or anti-realism, because there's ultra realistic stuff that's happening in a lot of stuff, but it's cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of crazy shit going on. It's interesting that you say that, because like found footage, I feel like is such a hard genre of film to do very well, because there's so many aspects of suspension of disbelief and so on and so forth. But it also, as we get deeper and deeper into current technology, it makes found footage that much harder.
Oh, for sure.
Because of the way that we don't really utilize these mechanisms anymore. We don't use film like that. We don't use tapes anymore. So it's really hard to find it. You know what I'm saying? So like found footage, I think might be a little controversial, but I think it is a dead genre in some ways, just based off of the fact of like it's not as modernized as other types of movies. Now, that is not to say that like, these movies don't work, right? Because they're still making them.
One of my all-time favorites is Cloverfield. Love what they did with that one.
Yeah, Cloverfield's great, and there's other aspects of it as well, where now you're getting into screen life. Now, screen life is a little bit different, right? Because screen life, you are getting into the aspect of it being on your computer. So instead of it's a little bit easier to feel attached to it because it's more in a modern lens. And I don't know this for sure, right? But like I would find it harder and harder for folks to fall in love with something like the Blair Witch Project nowadays, because that was very much a zeitgeist type of movie. You had to have been there to really truly experience the aspects of like what phenomena the Blair Witch Project had on people. And granted, it's individuals like us who can keep that shit alive and talk about that type of stuff and be like, oh shit, they had these fucking wanted posters and all this other, like these missing person posters. And it's us who kind of can carry the torch and kind of like, I guess, teach the new generation or whatever, for lack of a better word. But, that's not to say that there aren't people who are in the newer generation who don't love that stuff or love that stuff or whatever, because it's true. They, of course it's gonna appeal to someone, but with individuals like us who kind of hype shit up like that and kind of really pump it up, then when they get to it and they're like, that was it. Like, I mean, I guess it was creepy.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it was dark and there was noises, but nothing else. Yeah.
Right. So like I do find it to be a little harder for films like found footage movies that are, on shoestring budgets and from the past to make it in today's age the way that they do. Like, that's why I think this might be some fucking crazy take right here. I understand.
You crazy. Crazy man.
What I'm about to say right now is going to be fucking insane. But please bear with me on this. But that's why I believe that Paranormal Activity stands the test of time a little bit better than Blair Witch Project will. I think Paranormal Activity still has that aspect of flourishment that a lot of people do till this day. For example, a lot of people put cameras in their homes now. A lot of people have cameras outside of their house. So these are things that are very normal in today's age, which the Paranormal Activity was doing this shit fucking years ago, over 20 years ago now.
And then there's the fear of like it's in your home. Some
Yeah.
people are just like, I don't fuck with the woods anyways. This wouldn't scare me because I would never go in there.
I don't have to be there.
Like, cool. But you go to a place where you feel safe, where you're supposed to come back for peace, and that gets disrupted by something. That's scary on its own. Whether it be a home intrusion movie or a paranormal movie, people can relate to it. It's like, I'm trying to sleep in my own bed, and I can't. I can't feel safe where I go.
No,
So there is that aspect as well.
absolutely. And I think that is a very fair aspect to have when it comes to these particular types of movies, because of the fact that we have such a interesting flourishment when it comes to these films, right? So
Yeah.
I mean, but obviously back to going on to VHS, because like this was kind of like a slight tangent off of what you mentioned, like you're not digging found footage movies that much, but I enjoy VHS. Do I love this series for our franchise?
I kind of do, in a way.
I do, but to
I
an
have a
extent.
place in the heart for it. Yeah,
That's
they're not all
how it is
great.
for me. That's how
But
it
I'm
is for me.
always
Like
excited to see the next VHS series that they come up
installment,
with.
yeah, of course, yeah, of course. Like I'm gonna watch every single installment.
So the only reason why I really love this franchise, it gives a lot of voices to be heard in one film. You get a bunch of different
Yes.
perspectives, a lot of different aspects of how these directors want to tell their story, and when they intervene with each other, it works really well, and that's what makes me very happy. It's like, oh, this whole entire franchise is a collaborative effort of the horror community and people who do filmmaking inside the horror community, where I'm just like, I recognize that name, and it's cool to see these people like do their little part in each one, and I think that's something that's special.
Yeah, I mean, it's initially them taking like the concept of like a Goosebumps or Tales of the Crypt or something like that type of aspect to, you know, appear into an anthology, right? And I agree with you. Like obviously, like us being, you know, kind of friends with a lot of these people who participates in these movies.
I'm sure it makes us a little biased. Yeah.
It does, yeah. So
And
like,
being
you know,
on a podcast network of someone who probably
who
made the
literally
franchise.
produces the
Yep,
fucking
yep.
movies. Yeah, so like, you know,
See the
we
old
do
school
have to-
logo too. Yeah, no, sick.
do take what we say with a little bit of vein, because we
too involved.
we are loosely involved within these films. Like when I watched it at Fantastic Fest last year, like it was literally like seeing my friends. Like we all were hanging out, we all went to dinner together, and it was just me with everybody from VHS. The person who I was really excited to meet, though, that I've always wanted to meet, was Paco Plaza, and I fucking lost my mind when I got to talk to him, because I was like,
Oh, I'm
"Dude,
sure.
fucking
Yeah, Paco's great.
Plaza. You made Wreck." Like,
Yeah.
like I don't think you realize that you
You
made
are found
Wreck.
footage. God, yeah.
So it was really cool talking to him. Very sweet guy. He looks just like Phil Noble from Fangoria. But but it, you know, so take what we say about this film with a little bit of vein here. But for me, I'm with you on the same way of that's one of the reasons why I love this movie of like or this franchise, is because a lot of people can kind of do something in here. It jumpstarts a lot of careers. It does all that kind of
sure.
stuff, which I think is fantastic. But am I in love with this franchise? No, I'm not. I would be fine watching most of these once. Like it's
Sure.
very rare that I want to ever revisit them, except for VHS 2. I actually really love VHS 2. I think that's the best installment out of all of them. But with VHS and, you know, the rest of the franchise, like I haven't revisited like 84 or 95 or Beyond or Viral, for sure. I haven't revisited Viral, but that one was terrible. But no offense, but or maybe, I don't know. But like, you know, with I don't know. It's just, I love the aspect of everybody being able to showcase some type of skill set of some kind. I love the thread between the movies and things like that. Although VHS Halloween, they didn't have the traditional thread.
It's just Halloween. That's the only theme.
And I kind of dug it. It was a refreshing thing where it was just kind of like a commercial, and I kind of dug it. It was
The soda commercial.
the soda,
factory.
yeah.
That
Them
was
trying
dead.
to-
Yeah, it was alright.
Yeah, but it wasn't the
was cool
thread
moments.
line. It was cool
Right.
moments, but it wasn't like the thread line that we're used to, where it's like people finding these tapes and playing these tapes.
Right.
It wasn't that type of thread, which I thought was kind of nice. It was refreshing to not have that. Yeah, let's go ahead and jump into this though. But before we do so, we want to hear from our ghouls, and you can do so by heading over to patreon.com/nightlightpod, that's night with a K, and you can join in at the Hellfire tier to go ahead and voice your opinion on the movies that we are watching. We're going to go ahead and listen to an EVP from one of our ghouls right now.
Hi, see here. Y'all, I just finished VHS. Excuse me.
Oh no!
Choked up.
Oh
Just
my
choked up.
gosh. What in the heck? What in the heck? Like,
Yes.
I think there were so many unnecessary things in here. However, I love like the creepy aspect of a few of the segments. I thought that was very well done. Yeah. I don't have many thoughts because I'm still processing like what the heck I just watched, but like
I think that was her first time watching it.
I watched it.
I watched it.
And yeah, think about it. Okay, bye.
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 I love
If you would like
that.
to go ahead and join in to also voice your opinion on any movies that we watch, you can do so once again by heading over to patreon.com/nightlightpod, that's night with a K, and learn more over there. Thank you, C, for those amazing words. I assume that was her first time watching it. So that just based
There
off of
are
the
some
reaction
unnecessary things in here for sure.
Oh,
where I'm
dude,
just
the,
like,
the
we
whole
don't need
first
it. We
bit
don't need it.
of this
I
movie
hate
is
it.
completely unnecessary.
It made me feel so uncomfortable. I'm just like, I fucking hate all of you.
And it's not even one of those things like, oh, that was the times. Like, no, dude, that shouldn't have been a thing. And it's unfortunate because, like, there were sites like that back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, where people were doing shit like that. And it was just, it was
The
uncomfortable
old
then.
school
And it was,
pranksters, but fucking literally sexual assault. Yeah.
yeah, dude, like, it's, dude.
Fucking terrible.
And they even admitted, like, they sell this shit to, like, porn sites and shit like that. So, yeah.
You're like, oh my god, $50 a video? I'm like, oh, I fucking hate these people.
Like, wow.
It's like
Oh,
$50.
my
That's
God.
It. You sons of bitches.
That, yeah, not good.
There is no price, but yeah.
Let's go ahead and jump into this though, man. VHS, directed by, and this is a long one, folks, so prepare yourself. Hopefully you're sitting your butt cheeks in your chair. Directed by Adam Wingard, who directed Tape 56, David Bruckner, who directed Amateur Night, Ty West, who directed
Hell yeah.
Second Honeymoon, Glenn McQuaid, who directed Tuesday the 17th, Joe
Okay.
Swanberg, who directed The Sick Thing That Happened to Emily When She Was Younger.
All right.
Finally, last but not least, Radio Silence, who was Matt Bettinelli open, Tyler Gillette, and also Chad Viela, who directed this as well, October 31st, 1998.
Hell yeah.
Released October 5th, 2012, with a runtime of 1 hour and 52 minutes, a box office of $1.9 million. I skipped the budget because I couldn't find one, because, I mean, that's pretty hard to do when there's multiple people who, are making movies. Rating of
No budget.
56% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Decent score. I thought it would be less, to be honest.
I thought so too. I mean, the scores have bumped up more and more and more just because of the opening of critics and outlets that are more specific to covering horror.
Sure.
Back in this time, 56% for a horror movie that came out in 2012, that's pretty
Unheard
good.
of a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty good. Especially something as unique of a swing like this. Something that
100%.
was just like, not
Some
going to
people would
hit
be like, I
theaters
fucking
or
hate
anything
it.
like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, so. But we're going to start with Tape 56. And how this is going to work, since this is an anthology, I will be naming the titles of the movies that we're going to be covering, or the titles of the shorts that we'll be covering within the anthology. Just know Tape 56 is the interlude. So if I say interlude, that is Tape 56. So just heads up.
Yes.
We open with someone putting in a videotape before it plays some footage of someone driving before showing a guy in a room. He sits on a mattress before going back to a group of masked dudes speeding in a car through a parking lot. They park the car and run over to a couple to sexually assault a woman by exposing her breast. After being chased off, they destroy the property of an abandoned house. Quick cut back to dude in the room trying to secretly film himself having sex. Obviously, most of these dudes are pieces of shit.
Yep.
So this is Adam Wingard's segment. There's a lot of familiar faces that are inside of here. Simon Barrett being one of them.
Sure.
He is
A writer on this as well.
He is a writer on this. Yep, he definitely
They
is.
both partnered up to do one of my favorites, The Guest.
They did. Yes, they did. They did. They've always done stuff. Simon Barrett and, and
Very
Adam
good
Wingard.
collaborative effort.
Yeah, they worked on You're Next together and all that stuff as well. So, but you also have Lane Hughes, who pops up in here. He's one of the killers in You're Next. Calvin Lee Reeder, who pops up in here as well. He was the officer in You're Next. He was the one who came at the end of the film. Then you also had Ken Tucker Adley. Oddly, I can't pronounce his last name. There's some familiar faces that kind of pop up in here. You know, this is more of like the Mumblegore crew. These are the folks who really focused heavily on making more kind of low budget type of horror movies and really focus on like kind of the Mumblegore aspect, which is why Tape 56 feels the dirtiest, I guess, out of all of them.
Yeah, the more VH1 skater series of just people just videotaping chaos.
Feels very much like, I don't know, like Scarred or Punked or something like that came out around that era. Back to destroying shit in the house, he wonders what tapes he's filming on before they leave because someone drives by. I don't know any of these people's name. Because I'm not going to lie to you, they all look the same. But, so I don't know who's who. They all do have names, but the only person I know is Gary because they call him Gary. So
there you go.
While the group of idiots sit around, they're stoked on what they caught by exposing that woman. The cameraman shares that they received $50 by selling this content to porn sites. Gary claims that he can get them more money than that, but they are ignoring him, wanting to up the ante. He breaks the TV, forcing their attention to him. They hop in the car. Gary shares the location and says that they just need to steal a tape. The mysterious man who sent them on this job is willing to give them more opportunities. Also, he's a fan of their work. The cameraman doesn't understand how that's possible since they don't include their names. Quick cut to the girl finding the camera, filming them having sex, and now back to them entering the property so they can steal this tape. Never realized this before, but they straight up full-blown hard ER right here. Just like straight up. And it was completely out of nowhere, made zero sense as to why they needed to even fucking say that. And I was just like, well, that kind of sucks that they had to just add that in there. But
I love what C said. Like, there's a lot of unnecessary
shit.
We're just
there's so much
this
unnecessary
serves
shit.
no plot or purpose. There's a lot of uncomfortable moments where I'm just like, you know, although I get it, it's horror and it's supposed to be like disturbing and stuff like that. I still like to have fun watching horror films, and then I don't like to feel uncomfortable. Yeah. If you make me feel uncomfortable because you're building tension and there's about to be a scare, perfect. But you're making me feel uncomfortable because of the conversations they're having or the acts that they're doing, where I'm just like, this is not even entertaining to me. It's just, did not love the beginning of this movie, for sure.
Yeah, no, and the interlude in general, like, it gets better, obviously, because it's just these dudes getting fucking murked in a house, but like
get there faster.
Yeah, get there faster. But there are aspects of this movie that's just like absolutely just like so dirty. Like we'll jump into the first segment in just a second here, but Amateur Night is like the one that just feels so just wrong on so many levels. But
100%.
Yeah. The cameraman wonders who stays there. Gary answers that some old guy does. They're a little worried that he might wake up, but Gary shuts them up so they can go break into the house. He whispers for a couple of them to head upstairs despite their hesitation, and the house doesn't have any furniture as they're all searching around for this tape. Eventually, the two upstairs are startled by a dead man sitting in a chair with a bunch of stacked, buzzing TVs. They shout for Gary to come upstairs to show him the dead man, but they aren't able to find the tape that he's looking for. Gary demands that they check the VCRs, forcing the cameraman to stay there while they check downstairs. While he's still in the room, he sets the camera down to film himself watching the tape inside the player. And we jump to our first official segment, Amateur Night. A group of friends, Shane, Patrick, and Clint, are laughing as they have Shane put on some camera glasses.
Pretty high tech. Didn't expect it.
Yeah, I mean they've had these
Sure,
fucking
and it probably
cameras
looks as
back
shitty
then.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, they looked probably so crazy. I remember as like this was a thing as well, like where like people would do shit like this, and it's a thing now, like especially with like the meta
especially now
glasses.
the meta glasses is a huge difference.
It's
Like
so
vloggers now.
uncomfortable. Like vloggers and things that I've been getting on my TikTok lately for some fucking reason, and I keep saying not interested, is like these Riz videos where they're going up to random women and they're like hitting on them and shit. And it makes me feel so fucking uncomfortable because I'm like, these are women who are literally being filmed without consent.
100%.
And they're being vulnerable to a point where they're like, you know, liking a person, thinking that's going to be an opportunity to maybe start a relationship or at least date, right? And in reality, this dude
It's
is
all
just literally
content.
doing this for content. Probably never going to hit this person up. I mean, if they do, it's probably to have sex and then fucking dip, right? So it's just like, yeah, man. I don't know, dude. It's so
we live in a
uncomfortable.
crazy time, and we've always lived in crazy times. It's just, it's weird.
It is weird. It is weird. And those glasses are weird.
Well, yeah.
To me, they shouldn't really truly exist because it's just I don't understand the full purpose of them. Like I just don't get it because it's just like if you want to film something, just pull out your phone. You know what I'm saying? But
exactly.
Like,
do you remember? Because obviously we're from like the San Francisco Bay Area.
Yeah.
Near Pier 39, there was like a spy store. Do you ever?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
but it just had like crazy, like the smallest camera ever.
It was right next to the left hand store. It was right next door to that store. I remember that store. Yeah, they would make these very teeny tiny cameras. They had cameras that were like in things as well. Yeah. It would be like, for example, if you take this cup, they would have a camera on it. And, and you could still use it as like a cup, but it had a camera on it as well. So like you would, it would be so odd. Lo and behold, like, I remember that store. Yeah, dude, it's creepy, man. It's creepy.
So, yeah,
it's just creepy. We have that one person who has those meta glasses. They're like, oh fuck, like
you're talking about me. I like crazy people. Stop it.
I just don't fully understand the purpose of them. It's just like unless you have some type of like ill intent of some kind, not ill intent, but like I guess for vloggers. But typically when you're vlogging, the person wants to see you, not like, you know, like, I don't know, but like I only watch one vlogger. His name's Adam and he's from Oakland. And he makes it very apparent that he points the camera at himself unless he does like a POV thing for a little bit, but it always shifts back to him. So like, I guess you can utilize those meta glasses in terms of like having
different
more cameras to your arsenal, but like, I don't know. Whatever. Patrick and Shane want him to film his experiences for tonight with the glasses, but Clint doesn't want to. They convince him. The three chug beers before they head out for the night. They're talking about what they're all going to do to women tonight as they head to a bar to pick up women. Amateur Night, this is David Bruckner's. If you are unfamiliar with David Bruckner's Freak, let me remind you that this is the man who made The Night House. He also made Hellraiser. And he is also making currently the remake to The Blob. So this man gets the fuck down. He gets down.
He's amazing.
This was also made into a movie. So this was one of the shorts that was actually made into a movie. This does not happen often for VHS movies at all. But this one was made into a movie and it was called Siren with the same actress who plays the, I guess, monster in this short.
She's great in it.
She is great in it. Her name's Hannah Fierman, I believe. She's awesome. Not digging the first bar, so they end up going to another one. Shane is flirting with Lisa at the bar. She orders them some drinks, but he wants her to invite her friends over. Not allowing Shane to come with her, she grabs her friends. An odd woman named Lily whispers that she likes Clint. Her words are practically inaudible, and his drunk ass is not responding to anything. He's like, what? It's just like, dude, cut them fucking off, like, bartender, please. Cut them off. She speaks up and responds responds that he likes her too, asking her more questions, but she repeats that she likes him. He goes to the bathroom, looking at himself in the mirror until some other dudes come into the bathroom. When he comes back out, they're all kicked out of the bar because Patrick picked up some chick. Lily is sitting on the ground, rushing over toward Clint when Patrick tries to sit next to her. Lisa comes over, wanting to know who's driving. The dudes are being absolutely obnoxious in the car. Shane thinks Lily is on drugs, tricking her into taking a bump of cocaine. Back in their motel, Clint lets them inside the room, and Shane wants him to keep recording. He goes into the bathroom, taking the glasses off to pump himself up for what may potentially happen next, and Shane and Lisa are sitting on the bed while Patrick is having a laughing fit on the couch. Clint checks in with Lily lying down on the bed, and Shane starts making out with Lisa until she passes out. Lily starts sniffing and telling Clint that she likes him while Patrick continues having a laughing fit on the couch. Okay, so I guess good thing he didn't take advantage of this woman who passed out, but like, ill, you know.
Honestly, the thing that scares me the most is like if his friends weren't there saying like, "Hey, she's passed out." She's passed out.
He
I feel like
totally
he
would have done
totally
something.
continued, and that's like, dude, this guy's
100%.
And I get it. We're not supposed to like these characters, but at the same time, I'm just like,
It's hard to
so
watch.
frustrating. It's hard to watch.
It's hard to watch.
Like,
It's hard to watch. You know, and I remember when I first watched VHS, and I watched it in college, and this was triggering for a lot of like, you know, my friends.
oh, for sure. It's a very uncomfortable situation,
Yeah.
especially if you're not within like the horror genre where you haven't seen a lot of this. No matter what, no matter how many horror films I watch, if there's anything that has to do with SA, it's uncomfortable.
It's always uncomfortable, and
As
it should be.
Exactly.
It should be. If you are not uncomfy from these
Then you're
moments,
fucking weird.
Yeah,
Exactly.
like, dude, just get therapy. Like, for real shit.
Yeah.
You know, like, these moments should make you uncomfortable.
This VHS is pretty long. I was actually quite surprised for a found footage ensemble
they're
still.
all- yeah.
I was like, oh man, this is close to 2 hours. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, you could shave so much time off some of these shorts where it's like you can get there faster of having the release of like, you deserved it. And then kind of get
Yeah.
to that point a little bit quicker because this scene continues for quite a bit until it finally kicks off.
It definitely does. It definitely does. She hisses at him, causing him to laugh even more. Shane is pissed that Lisa passed out on him, becoming belligerent toward Patrick. He turns his attention to Lily, kissing her before slipping off her dress. Clint notices her scaly feet trying to get Shane's attention, but he has a one-track mind. Bro is thinking with the other head. He continues kissing her before she flips him, grabbing and slurping on Clint until Patrick starts taking his clothes off. She tells him no while hissing, and Clint needs a moment, rushing to the bathroom. Brother. Abort the fucking mission. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
100%.
Like, just tell your friends to stop. This is not okay. None of this is good. She already told one dude no, even though she's feeling Shane or whatever, I guess. I don't know. But
I feel like she was putting a performance for the other guy to like kind of like, look, I'm down. It's like I like
yeah,
you.
have him join in and all that
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. While trying to catch his breath, he takes a peek out at the door to Patrick's bare ass. He rushes into the bathroom because Lily bit him. Clint wants them to stop, not noticing that she's shifting into a monster. She screams at them, ripping Shane to fucking shreds as Patrick and Clint run back into the bathroom. Shane screaming in pain. Clint quickly checks a couple of times, and Lily is eating Shane. I love this fucking motion too that she does where she's eating him, but she kind of lifts him off the bed and they fall off the bed together. And while she's continuing to eat him, it's so incredibly well
It's
done.
actually well crafted. I was like, I don't know how they pulled that off, but it was sick.
I don't either, but
They pretty
god
much
damn
like
it,
levitated
wow.
off the bed into the ground. Yeah.
So good. So good. They wonder what they should do next. Patrick arms himself with the shower rod, rushing back out there to find Lily in an awkward stance, breathing heavily. Oh my god, this would have scared the fucking shit out of me, dude.
Yeah.
This would scare the shit out of me. I don't know. I'm just you lose. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you accept your fate, dude. Like
would've never
whatever's
left the
happening,
bathroom.
you're
I'm
done.
like, I'm staying here.
Yeah, probably. That's probably would have been my best bet, even though she probably totally could have probably broken into there.
Oh, for
But-
sure. But I don't. Yeah.
Clint tries to wake up Lisa as Patrick war cries and tries to hit Lily, but fails miserably. She attacks him, forcing Clint to hop off the bed instead of going straight for the door. What the fuck, dude? What are
He
you
stayed there
doing?
way too long. For
Way
sure.
too long.
He
What are
was
you
on
doing?
the ground for such a long time, just watching her eat him. We're just like, bro, this is your time to like literally just get up and
Leave.
fucking. You could probably
Get
walk
out of there.
and she won't even notice.
Probably not. Yeah. When he peeks behind the mattress, Lily is biting Patrick's neck while ripping his dick off.
Mm.
My God.
Good for
God.
her.
Good for her indeed.
Yes.
Clint whimpers, working up the courage to run out of the room. He sprints down the steps, breaking his wrist as he falls down.
Dumbass.
And then I like how he breaks his wrist and he's like automatic, like, oh, okay, your legs don't work anymore? Like, what the fuck? You broke
read
your
my mind. You
wrist?
fucking read my mind.
Like,
I was
what
gonna
the
bring it
fuck,
up.
dude?
I was like, his legs are completely fine. And he takes fucking forever to get back up too. I was just like,
Oh my God.
he doesn't even get back up. He just like struggles and kind of like
Yeah, you got
kinda
it. Like,
jumps
I
up
get
and
it.
tries
Like,
to
yeah,
grab
you
the doorknob.
probably fucked up your knee or something, but still, you gotta, like, come on, man. Life or death situation, I guess.
Can't run downstairs on your own. That's fucking embarrassing.
Come on. What a fucking loser.
You
No.
deserve to die. You deserve it. You
Oh
make
my
the horror
God.
films like feel right. It's like, oh, she's walking, she caught up to you. You're the character that
pretty
falls
much.
over.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
She crawls toward him, her head split open as she repeats that she likes him.
So sick.
He softly weeps as she tries to have sex with him in this moment. She starts to cry when she believes that he doesn't like her, moving away from him as he apologizes, loudly sobbing and shrieking as he tries to escape out the door. Banging on the front desk window for them to let him inside, the clerk points for him to get out of there. He spots a group of folks by a truck wanting their help, but Lily snatches him and flies away while carrying him. Clint drops his glasses to the ground.
Sick.
And we're back to tape 56 interlude. God damn.
It's cool. Cool moment.
It is real
Great
cool,
makeup
man. It's
design,
real
too.
cool. I like this. I like this segment.
Yes.
In terms of like her getting her moment. You know what I'm saying?
It's all her part where it's just like, yes, all of this, fantastic. Everything before that, I'm like, I get it. It's good for the premise. It's good to hate the characters, but get there quicker.
Yeah,
That's my only,
get
my
us in
only
there.
gripe with it.
Get us in there. Yeah, but like I mentioned, they have another movie, I guess, called Siren, that she is the same character. She's Lily. I've never seen this movie. It came out, God, like maybe 4 years after this. But Ben Collins and Luke Piotrowski and David Bruckner all wrote it.
Interesting.
So, which I think David Bruckner was more so like, you know, based off
Overseeing
story,
it.
like story
Yeah.
based on. But Ben Collins and Luke Piotrowski wrote it, which if you guys are unfamiliar with Ben Collins and Luke,
The Night House.
Night House, exactly. They wrote The
Yeah.
Night House and
Great
also
books.
Hellraiser
Yep.
2022. So there you go. But yeah, I haven't seen this movie, but I kind of want to watch it, man. I'm
That's
curious
fair.
behind it. I'm definitely curious behind it, but we'll see. We'll see. That one's been on my list for a little bit, but I hear it's an interesting one. But anyway, back to tape 56 interlude. One of the dudes comes back into the room, but can't find Brad. I only know his name is Brad because he said Brad when he entered the room. Meanwhile, Gary and the cameraman split up inside the basement. Gary calls out that he found the stack of tapes, but he's not sure which one it is. He wants the cameraman to find something so they can just take them all. After grabbing a couple of things, he's startled by a man walking behind them in the shadows. He tells Gary, but he just laughs it off, thinking that he's just tripping out. The dude upstairs decides to eject the tape before popping in another one, and we move on to Second Honeymoon, which this one is directed by Ty West. This one, I think, might be one of my favorites.
I think so too. Because
Yeah.
it's more realistic.
Like, grounded?
of happening. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's
so
scarier.
Fucking preserve it. Yeah. It's so talking about like home invasion and having someone like
yeah.
film you while you're sleeping, and it's not who you think it is, and it's like, oh, it is who you think it is. This was actually a good twist in general. As like
This was a great one. It's it's very short, very punchy,
and it covers all the bases. You get Act 1, Act 2, and then Act 3.
Exactly.
Full story.
Yeah, full story here.
Yeah.
This is where I really can see like Ty West as a visionary in some ways. Obviously, like if you haven't seen like, at the time, House of the Devil, he made another movie after that, The Innkeepers, and stuff like that. But like you can really tell that like he was quite the visionary when it comes to his filmaking style. So really, really cool shit. But
The Sacrament, I would say,
The Sacrament was another one. That's right. That's right.
Found footage as well.
Yeah. A woman named Stephanie is recording her road trip that she's on with her husband Sam. They continue down the road until they get to a small town. Sam films Stephanie petting a donkey, and the only thing he's concerned with is that he wants her to wash her hands. She jokes that she'll wash her hands after she eats with them. Cut to them back on the road until they make it to a semi-dirty motel room. Stephanie checks how disgusting the sheets are, and they're exploring the mining town, stopping when a fortune teller machine captures their attention. She reads for her fortune about her good nature and a happy reunion with a loved one. So good foreshadowing here. Really, really great foreshadowing.
I actually really like this machine too. I was like, I don't know if they like had this already and they programmed it or whatever, but I was like, it's creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, have you seen Big?
Yeah. That was a great little just like, oh my god,
reference.
I'm scared. Have you seen Big? Pleased with her fortune, she decides to keep it. Back at the motel, Sam is recording Stephanie putting her clothes away, but or more so like taking her clothes off, or no, putting her clothes on before he prepares to make a move. Not wanting her to put her sweatshirt on, but she doesn't want to be filmed. He's extremely persistent despite her discomfort, and she admits that she's willing to do this if he turns the camera off, but he doesn't want to. After a little back and forth, someone bangs on the front door. He jokes that she's being too loud, wanting her to answer the door, and she takes the camera and he creeps over to the peephole, whispering that it's a girl. They film the woman walking around outside in the dark, and Stephanie calls Sam, wanting to know what happened. He explains what happened with the woman, asking them for a ride tomorrow, finding the whole situation creepy, admitting that he was nervous around her, even though he wasn't afraid that she was going to hurt him. Interesting. Another great foreshadow here.
I actually really like that conversation where it's like there was something about her where she felt threatening, essentially. And I thought this was going to go paranormal because this is one of the stories I didn't remember at all. But I was just like, oh, she's another monster or creature or whatever. Because it's like, it's cool. And it kind of gave me the vibe of The Strangers a little bit. It's like, oh, is Tamara here?
Yeah. Very Strangers 5.
Which I like. It's very, like you said, grounded. It's very authentic. It feels like this could happen, and that's the scary part.
And another thing about this, like, aspect of it possibly being a possibility that it can happen, like, it's such an invasive way to, I guess, disrespect someone's space.
For sure.
Obviously, like, before the kill, I mean. Because it's just, like, the inside of the room. It's at night. She does this thing with the switchblade towards Stephanie. It's really, really intriguing. Really intriguing. Yeah. But Stephanie films outside and the woman is gone. She decides against calling the police because he doesn't know what he would say about it. She locks the door and closes the curtain while Sam mentions that he's happy to let this go since this is more dangerous part of the country. He offers her to sleep in bed with him, but she declines before they shut the light off. This is interesting because, like, you don't really get context that, like, they're having any turmoil in the relationship.
Right. They seem like they're a happy couple on a road trip. But hey, as I say to a lot of people, it's like, hey, you never know what's really going on in a relationship because it's all about the iceberg you see, whatever's on social media or what they present, but deep down they can be going through a lot of stuff. This could be a vacation for them to rekindle their love again.
I mean, it is called Second Honeymoon after all,
exactly.
So, you know, it could be, like you said, just like something
we need time
for them to
like,
kind of rekindle something.
Yeah.
Exactly. Sometimes a relationship needs that. It needs a little kick in the pants. This one was a little too hard. The camera cuts back on as someone films both of them sleeping in their separate beds. The person holding the camera slips Stephanie's sheet down and releases a switchblade, flirting with the blade against her skin, causing her to shift in bed. They steal some cash from their wallet before going inside the bathroom, swirling one of their toothbrushes in the toilet water before putting it back on the counter. And that one toothbrush was, in fact, Sam's toothbrush.
Right.
And so, like, you
I
can
feel
very
like they
much
could
tell.
have taken that out.
They could have, but
It makes sense, but it took away some of the tension. Where I'm just like, that's kind of dumb.
Yeah, it was childish.
Yeah,
You know, like
because
it
everything
was really
until
childish.
then was fucking scary as hell.
Yeah, I agree, because it was extremely childish for that to have something.
Right. It was a funny comedic relief in a segment that probably didn't need it. If that makes sense.
I don't
'Cause
think
it
any
cuts
of these
straight
need
to him in the
comedic
morning
relief.
brushing his teeth. I'm just like, oh, there's the payoff. There's the
And I don't think any of these need comedic relief because of the fact that like they are so short. Where it's just like let's hop in, let's hop out. You know what I'm saying? Like no need to try to like
our
space
tension
this
breaker is the interlude, which
exactly.
breaks. That's just like they could be like, what the fuck was that? And it's like, cool. Now we're disconnected from it, and we jump into another one.
Right. Or the segment itself, like, like there are some segments that happen where they are supposed to be funnier, right? Like, I would say probably not so much in this movie, but in like VHS Halloween, with the candy guy and his arms chopped off and more candy is coming out or whatever. And he's like, oh, like,
Right.
So it's just
what's under the
shit like
chocolate
that.
and stuff like that, the different pieces.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So, obviously that was made to be funnier. There's a glimpse of the masked person in the reflection of the mirror. In the morning, Stephanie hopes that it doesn't rain while Sam is brushing his teeth with that same exact toothbrush. While they're driving to their next destination, he notices that his money is gone, blaming her for taking it. She swears that she didn't take it, reminding him that she's been with him this entire time. He doesn't fully believe her since she's apparently done something like this before. What?
Woo, tension. Iceberg floating up.
They make it to a canyon, and Stephanie is scared to continue forward, so Sam treads forward without her. Losing sight of him, she questions if he's alive or if he fell, which was also kind of funny because she's like, "Are you alive? Did you fall?" And she receives no answer, like as if like, well, I guess our job's here is done. Like if he fell, like great. It takes a moment for him to come back, and he mentions that it was just a lady talking on the cell phone 50 yards away. Back inside the hotel, they're planning their route back home. He chooses to break up their trip with a detour in Vegas so he can gamble. While they're sleeping, the masked person films them sleeping again. They wake Sam up by stabbing him in the neck. And this looks so fucking brutal, dude.
Oh yeah, because he
God
wakes
damn,
up,
this looks brutal.
like gasping for air, trying to scream, but he can't.
Oh, Jesus
This
Christ.
goes a little harder than putting the toothbrush in the toilet.
Yes, it definitely does.
upped it to second
Definitely
rate.
does. Definitely does. While washing the knife in the sink, they take their mask off to start making out with Stephanie. What a great twist.
Yeah.
What a fantastic twist. God damn it.
I guess they don't believe in divorces.
The two women are driving down the road, and she wonders if they erased the footage before we cut back to our interlude. Man, dude. Wow. Fucking
They
shit.
did not erase the footage. We saw it.
We saw all of it. They didn't erase shit.
You're cooked.
They didn't erase shit. Okay. I'm going to say this, and I'm calling podcast power on this one. So if anybody takes this fucking idea, I'm going to sue you. I'm going to sue you.
I will
But-
videotape you sleeping and
I will videotape you sleeping.
stab you.
I'm not going to do that part, but I will come for everything you own. But, okay. I reached out to Josh about this, and Josh hasn't gotten back to me about this yet.
Oh, Josh.
He is the producer of VHS, but I reached out to him because I told him the next VHS should be VHS Snuff, where that
thank you.
focuses more on like things like this, right? Where I feel
All the
like that would
scary
be
stuff. Yeah.
yeah, it would definitely be more probably realistic, I guess, in some ways. But like, what made me think about it was the one from VHS Halloween, which I can't remember the name of the segment.
The baby one? The milk one?
No. Kid print.
Kid?
That one was the most
yeah,
fucking
that's
uncomfortable
disturbing.
one. It was so uncomfortable. But like that
Didn't like
that made me think of like if they were to kind of keep that energy for just a very gritty VHS, no holds bars type of like style, just VHS snuff.
You love that kind of stuff. I can't do it.
I don't love that kind of
Give me
stuff,
the-
but I
Give me
can
the
do
candy
it.
man with the broken arms spilling candy all over the place.
Give me coochie
Yeah,
coochie
I
coo.
love it. I love it.
Yeah, I personally think that would just be a very interesting and intriguing way for them to really up the ante of having something very unique with VHS, something that is just a little bit more grounded than what we've gotten previously. And now that they don't do the numbers anymore, I think that is very much a possibility for them to make VHS snuff. But I think that would just be super interesting if they were to do that. Like, man.
That's fair.
What do I know? I'm just a podcaster. Cut to the interlude. The dude ejects the tape, shocked at what he just watched, and he doesn't notice that the dead man is no longer sitting in the chair. Inside the basement, Gary and the cameraman are headed back up, not giving a shit about the significance of the tape at this point, laughing at the fact that they're going to copy the contents beforehand to make more money. And then we immediately just cut to Tuesday the 17th, our next one that is directed by Glenn McQuaid, who I don't know. I'm not familiar with Glenn McQuaid. He's made movies that I've never seen before. I liked this short. Not a ton, but I liked it enough.
Is this one that's the group of kids that go to the lake?
This is the lake one, yeah. Tuesday the 17th.
Interesting premise. I like the way it was shot and the way... This one's actually one of those fun ones, where it's just like, oh,
Yeah,
it's
this
little
one
kooky,
was
little
pretty
campy.
fun.
Yeah.
Paranormal.
Yes, I love what she says. Like, you're all gonna die up here. Like, wait, what? What the fuck did you say?
I like how everyone's just fucking just like everyone's like on edge, but not at the same time. It's weird. like it was so weird. It was just like,
Drug PSA
good.
2 is like, don't smoke weed, you'll get the fear.
Yeah,
like,
you'll get the fear. You'll get the fear. Remember that.
we see it. We happen. Yeah, happens.
Another tape starts with a group of friends, Wendy, Joey, Samantha, and Spider, driving to a lake. Wendy scares a guy walking on the side of the highway by driving next to him and honking her horn. Well, why?
Why? Yeah.
What the fuck did you do this for? That was so
unnecessary
unnecessary.
things. Yeah.
Like, it was so weird. Like, it wasn't even funny. It was just dumb. They're curious as to why Wendy goes up to the lake by herself, and she simply does it because she likes it. After a quick pit stop, Samantha and Joey are upset with Wendy for lying about it being just the two of them. Not finding it a big deal since they're all there now, they make it to the location where they need to walk the rest of the way. Joey admits to Spider that he agreed to come because he thought Wendy and he were about to have sex. Spider claims that he's there because of Samantha. They continue fucking around with each other before catching up with the women. Samantha is upset that she doesn't understand where they're going, and Wendy calls Joey to get a shot of the wall because her friend fell over it the last time she was there. Not taking it as seriously, he mocks the wall by greeting it. A flash of a bloody dead woman distorts on the screen. His remarks pisses her off, so she chucks a pile of dirt at him, hitting the camera lens. After he cleans it off, they find a carcass. What was that? What was that a carcass of?
It was definitely an animal. Like I don't know. Hopefully not a raccoon, but I love my raccoons. It looked weird because it like showed its ribs and it was sticking out.
Yeah.
And it had some of like the guts sticking out as well.
And Spider almost licked it.
Yeah, that was the weirdest part. I was about to bring that. I was like, why'd you get that close to it? And like, and I love the friend does this. What a friend would do is like, I'm gonna push you into it.
Yeah, like, is this supposed to be funny? It reminds me of like those people who like slam people's faces into cakes.
The cakes.
Yeah.
Which is terrifying because I've heard horror
It's very
stories
dangerous.
like if it's a multi-layered cake, they might have like those little sticks in there and to fucking impale
you
someone.
stab yourself. Yeah. And on top of that, like even if it's not that, like you can smack someone's head so hard that they could hurt themselves just by getting like a fucking concussion or something. I hear the people right now, fucking soft. But like,
throw a cupcake at someone instead. I don't know. And then be like, who
or
throws a
not.
cupcake?
You
Honestly.
can't eat it. You can't just eat it. You know what
That's
I'm saying?
true,
Like,
too.
you don't have to do all that. Just eat the
Yeah.
fucking cake. Eat the cake. It's shitty enough that that we eat cake that people blow on. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. 100%.
Like that already sucks. That already sucks. I always get corner pieces because of that. I always get corner pieces.
Have you ever seen the YouTube video of it's someone that like smashes another person with the cake with their face, and then they already had their plate like open and ready to go, and they're just like go sad, and they put the plate down. They're like, "I wanted a cake." It's the funniest shit ever.
I haven't, but that would
Yeah.
be me, dude. Like that would be
Someone's
totally
just like excited
me.
to get the plate. It's empty.
Yeah.
They're like, "Yeah, we're gonna have some fucking cake," and then
At least
puts the
have a
plate down.
fucking backup cake. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like if you're gonna do some dumb shit like that,
get
have
the
a
face cake and the real cake. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But please don't do this. No one likes
Don't do
it.
it.
No one's having a good time. It's embarrassing. It's not fun for like the person whose birthday it's supposed
Sure.
to be. Come on, fuck you, man. Like
Maybe get some whipped
do
cream,
not.
boop them on the nose. That's as far as you go. It's just a little.
boop boop. Just nice, you just boop the audience. We got to do it at the same time. 3, 2, 1. Boop boop. Oh man.
Get booped.
Spider acts as if he's gonna lick it. Joey is about to smash his face into it as they continue messing around. The ladies don't find it funny, neither did we. Joey calls out to Wendy, standing on a stone over rushing water. A body with an exposed spine distorts on the screen. They continue stopping to touch a tree with growing fungus. Wendy calmly tells Joey that they're all going to fucking die up here. He's a little weirded out by the remarks, not too much, just a little, but I guess he doesn't give a shit anymore since they're all just chilling by the lake smoking weed. Spider freaks out that they're smoking weed. He's like, "You guys are doing drugs?" They all pile on him, calling him a dweeb as he admits that he's afraid of catching the fear.
The fear.
All good though, because he's peer pressured immediately into taking 2 hits as he chokes on the smoke. Finally, Joey calls out Wendy for mentioning them all dying. She's about to share the story about some of the friends dying out there, but instead she busts out laughing, all of them falling for her prank. They get his mind off her joke. Joey strips naked and skinny dips in the lake while also taking a message from our sponsors. Ooh, sexy message. He immediately starts pranking them, acting as if he's being pulled by something in the water. Samantha doesn't find it funny, announcing that she needs to take a shit. What the fuck? Dude? Where did that come from?
Well, she's just like, that's not funny. I
When
gotta
nature
take a
calls,
shit.
it's just. And I like in this moment that Spider's like, I'm gonna go with you. What are you fucking talking about?
Yeah,
Don't do that. Don't go with her.
it's weird. Yeah,
And then he even announced, he was like, "It smells really bad, Samantha. What are you doing over there? Didn't she just say she was going to use
yeah.
Okay. I
don't
guess she
think she
wasn't
wiped.
kidding.
I don't think she wiped too. We'll
There's
get
no
there.
way she wiped. There's no way she wiped. I didn't see her grab a leaf. Did you?
or anything, and that was fast too. Good for
It was
her.
fast. She's like, "God made dirt. Dirt don't hurt."
I'm a
Cut
one
to
push
them-
pump. What? What did you just say? Done.
She's
Clean
like,
cut
clinch
off.
it. All right, that's enough
Clean
fucking
cut
shit
off.
jokes.
Yeah,
That's
that's what you
enough
need.
shit jokes. We gotta stop.
Now I'm
Cut
flushed.
to,
Oh God.
cut to them away
Bathroom
from the
jokes. That's
group.
what this podcast is.
Oh my god, it's so funny because I also was listening to Lil Wayne's "Money on My Mind" earlier today, and he has that line. He was like, "Hey, Mr. Toilet, I'm the shit," and it was like, I mean, Lil Wayne peak right there.
Bars.
It's the Carter 3
Yeah.
peak. Cut to them away from the group, and she's slightly upset that he brought the camera. Which it's so funny. She's like, "Did you bring the camera?" He's like, "No," and then she turns around. He's like, "Yes." He brings up that Wendy said at the lake, both of them agreeing to be creeped out by it. They changed the subject to Samantha wanting to show Spider her new routine. I guess she's a cheerleader. I didn't know what the fuck that was about.
Yeah, it came
But-
out of nowhere too. Yeah.
Yeah, she was like, well, hold on, I want to show you my routine. The camera distorts to a masked man there throwing a knife at her eye. This was great. This was awesome.
Yeah.
Like, this looked fantastic. I'm not too sure if you've seen the slasher movie Shrooms. Have you seen that?
No. I've seen the poster.
Okay.
The poster looks cool.
Great. It's not a great movie, but like it is
Fair
one
enough.
that was interesting when it came
Thriller.
out.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Kinda, yeah. It's the whole concept of like these people go to Europe to take shrooms in the woods. They meet up with some guy, and he's like kind of like, I guess, their guide. I guess,
Sure.
yeah, like their
Yeah.
guide. And everyone's dying, but everyone's hallucinating the killer. So it's a cool twist at the end. Shrooms. If you guys want to check it out, check out Shrooms. Yeah. It's not
just
great.
wake
Though.
up,
Like,
they're all fine.
don't go in thinking
Just
you're
all
about to
bad
watch
trip.
the best fucking horror movie ever. But
Right,
like,
yeah.
it's
It's a cool poster.
but it's also
I'll give
coming
it
from a
that.
guy who doesn't also care that much about slasher movies. So take that for what you want. So there you go. He tries to help her, but she sees the man through the camera, so he makes a run for it. Great. Only to trip and get caught by the killer. He covers Spider's mouth while stabbing him in the head before dragging his body away. This was so fucking brutal, dude.
Yeah, just
so brutal.
constantly hitting him.
Oh my
And
god.
then just like, all right, cool, drag away.
And it's something so scary and unsettling by getting your mouth covered while being stabbed so you can't even scream.
Right.
Like it's almost like dampening your pain or like the expression of your pain. It's
Right.
fucking crazy. Wendy finds the blood-soaked camera, picking it up to find Joey sitting by the lake. She claims that Spider and Samantha left, asking him if he would like to fuck.
Also out of nowhere. Fair enough.
Okay. All right. We should also mention that like this short is called Tuesday the 17th. Obviously, play
Friday the
for like
13th.
Friday the 13th.
Yep.
Obviously, nice little play there.
Definitely a lot of homages to it.
It really reminds me of In a Violent Nature.
Summer camp.
I mean, Summer Camp too, I guess, but yeah.
Same thing.
Are you saying Summer Camp the movie, or are you saying like Summer Camp?
Oh, Summer Camp the movie where there wasn't really a summer camp. It was like a weird fucking gray building that no
yeah.
kids were in, and just weird counselors doing weird counselor things. Yeah.
And wasn't it a musical?
Oh, well, there's a lot of fucking summer camp movies. I feel like there was one that was called just Summer Camp, and it was not really summer or camp.
Yeah. I think you covered that actually on the show.
Yeah. We did a
Okay.
summer camp month, and it was very interesting.
Yeah, that's right.
Very different
yeah.
ones, too.
Yeah, I was not on that episode.
Nah,
I think
yeah.
was that just you and Sydney?
Yeah.
He ignores her question, wanting to understand why they left. She tries to entice him to have sex with her at the lake, but he knows that she was telling the truth about those teens dying there. He just all of a sudden remembers.
I remember some
reading that
stories.
article,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
no, you were bullshitting about that, were you? She drops the charade, revealing that she brought them there as bait because they never caught the omnipresent killer. Bitch, you couldn't do this by yourself? He doesn't fully believe her, wanting to get the others so they can leave, but she reveals that they're dead. The killer distorts himself behind Joey, slitting his throat. Before he can grab Wendy, she makes a run for it, baiting him to chase her into her traps, eventually getting caught in a bear trap. She doesn't understand why she can't film him, getting a little too close just to receive a knife to the gut. She's getting weaker, running and stumbling, telling those who are watching the tape not to come there.
Who are you
If they
sending
found the
this
tape,
to?
they're already
Yeah, I
there.
was about to say.
What are you
like,
fucking
in
talking
general.
about? And first of all, like, wait a second. How you gonna tell other people to like beware, don't come here, but yet you brought 3 friends with you to fucking die
As bait. Yeah.
as bait? What are you talking about? Anyway, she calls out to Joey, stumbling around with his slit neck before he falls dead in front of her. The killer starts approaching her, running into her final trap that stabs his entire body. Thinking that she got him, he disappears as soon as she turns around, jumping out from a tree, beating her until he finally rips out her intestines after cutting her stomach open. That's it. That's that one. Back to the interlude. Gary and the cameraman go back to the tape room, but the only person there is the dead guy. He leaves his cameraman up there to watch some of the tapes while he goes to look for the other two dudes. Next one up, the sick thing that happened to Emily when she was younger. And this one was directed by Joe Swanberg, who Joe Swanberg is in Your Next. A couple, James and Emily, is on a video call together, asking about each other's day. She mentions her arm being bruised, trying to show him, but he can't see it. Actually, I think Joe Swanberg was also in one of the segments. I think he was in the honeymoon one, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, that was him. He was Sam. There you go. So he was even in the segment as well. This one, what did you think about this one, Freddie?
Okay, so this one at least had
This one confused the fucking shit out of me.
Biggest scare out of all of them, and that's when the little
the
kid
door?
like fucking runs in and runs out, and I was like, "Yo, that scared the fuck out of me," because I didn't expect it.
Yeah.
So that was really
I remember
good.
that went like viral. Just that clip.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
It was really
A lot of
good. It
people
got
thought that
me.
was real.
I saw it in the morning, and that got me. I think it was okay. I think I understand a little bit, but at the same time, what I don't understand is the paranormal aspect of it. It's like I get his motivations and what he's doing to them, but I don't understand. It's like, oh, I'm gonna have these ghosts help me do this. I'm just like, what the fuck? What do you? I
They're
don't
actually
know.
supposed to be aliens.
Interesting.
Yeah,
And
they're
it's like
supposed to
just
be
taking
aliens.
their organs, right? Essentially, they're
No,
like,
no. They're
what the fuck?
They're
Then I
taking
don't
a piece.
understand what the fuck this is.
Yeah, they're taking a piece of them. It's like a embryo inside of them that they take out and they grow into those kids. Yeah.
Yeah, I have no fucking idea.
Yeah.
Never mind. I thought he was just like stealing people's organs and just keeping them and making them go crazy, and then
No, it's all based in the title. So apparently this happened to her when she was younger. And there's a list of people that this happened to. So this guy James is initially the pawn to date these chicks and steal their clones from their body, I guess. I don't know.
what the fuck? I don't know.
It's interesting, man. It's interesting.
Sure.
Yeah. She wants him to support her when he becomes a doctor, exposing her breast to convince him before the screen goes dark. Emily shows James where she heard the footsteps inside her apartment. He tries to rationalize what it could have been, but she debunks it, willing to call him if it happens again so she can work up the courage to investigate the sound. On another call, she brings up the noise that's happening outside the door. The door handle jiggles, and she has enough courage to open the door despite James not wanting her to do that. There's nothing there, and she brings up this haunting feels familiar. Bringing up the time that he had to move away when they were 12, reminding him about all of the bad things that happened to her during that time. She doesn't notice the little kid standing in the darkness until the kid rushes into the room, slamming the door shut as it runs back out, leaving them both stunned. This is such a fucking fantastic scare, though, man. This is so
really
goddamn good.
It's really good.
So good. Wow.
It got me pretty bad.
In the morning, James tries to downplay his possibility of seeing a child. Emily is ferociously rubbing her arm, wanting to ask her landlord if a kid died there. He tells her that she shouldn't do that, wanting her to stop touching it, and he'll check it out when he comes to see her. At night, Emily calls him because she wants to check out the noise again. He suggests that she grab a weapon first. She grabs a pair of scissors before heading into the hallway. Since she doesn't have a flashlight to check out her living room, she uses the flash of a camera that she keeps in the bathroom for some reason.
Well, the big thing, I was like, do these people not have fucking electricity? Like, you can't just fucking turn
I was
the
going to
lights
say,
on?
yeah, why aren't you turning the light on?
Yeah, that's the only thing where I'm just like, it's like, why are you getting this camera?
To make it scarier, obviously.
100%.
Yeah, to make it scarier.
It
but
does. It does make it scarier, so I'll give it
Definitely
that.
does. It just makes no sense. There's a lot of like aspects of this that does a pretty poor job in terms of the filming. Now, this one is interesting because it is a screen life horror, right? So like this isn't technically not a found footage horror.
Right. It's like host before host.
Exactly. Yeah, since it is screen life, like, you know, it's an interesting aspect to it. It makes me think though that like, yeah, I guess she was just walking around with a laptop facing the other direction or something. Like it was interesting. But Whatever. At night, Emily calls him because she wants to check out the noise again. He suggests for her to grab the weapon first. She does so. The little kid in the room turns on the light, and Emily runs back to her room. James checks on her as she wishes that she had asked him some questions, upset that James didn't record it, wanting him to record next time. He decides to stay up with her. During the day, she shares that her landlord claims that no children have died in the apartment. James notices that she's picking her arm with tweezers, shouting for her to stop as she bleeds from the open wound. Instead, Emily grabs a carving fork to stab it more. He's able to successfully stop her from digging further, demanding that she disinfect it and wrap it. And he's like, you need to put alcohol or iodine on that. Who has iodine with them?
Well, that is also a huge fucking gap in her arm too. It's not even like
Yeah.
a small opening. It's huge. It's like a baseball size. And I'm just like, whoa, this is crazy. And then when she got that
Yeah.
fork, I was just like, yo, this is dark. It looked good. It looked really good.
It did. It looked great. Reminding her that he's going to be there in a week, she listens to him and cleans it in the bathroom. Later that night, she calls him because she wants to communicate with the ghostly-looking child, utilizing James as her eyes since she's going to close hers. He agrees, so she closes her eyes and walks around her apartment, allowing James to guide her. He doesn't see anything, and she's a little disappointed, but multiple kids appear behind her. He instructs her to close her eyes while three of them stand there, a flash before Emily is seen on the floor surrounded by the kids. Then James leaves the screen and he comes into the fucking room. What a twist.
That is a good reveal.
He's been her next door neighbor for
Yeah.
fucking years. That's crazy. He cuts into her back, grabbing a fetus out of her back while wanting to know how many times they're going to continue to do this. They respond indistinctly as he mentions that Emily believes he's in Michigan and wants to know if they're going to take care of the tracker in her arm. Fuck. He brings up having to make this look like an accident by breaking some of her bones. He starts beating her up. What the
Crazy.
fuck, dude? On a different day, Emily is all types of fucked up as James checks in with her. She admits to seeing the psychiatrist who diagnosed her with schizoaffective disorder. So, yeah. He tries to convince her that she's going to be okay, but she's so defeated. Feeling bad for him, she wants him to be with someone normal, but he claims that she's the only one for him. Feeling warm with his response, she shares that she loves him, blowing him a kiss, which he practically doesn't accept. Cut to James speaking with another girl who's complaining about the same symptoms as Emily. His game toward her is exactly the same as she undresses in front of him. That's the end of that segment. That's it.
Crazy part too. I have to say that was the most like gut wrenching thing. Is like when she's like, "Oh, you deserve to be with someone normal," and "I love you" and all this stuff, and I'm just like, oh, "You are a victim of
It's
him."
pretty rough.
It's
pretty
like, yeah, it's tough. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, that one feels like it's more metaphorical in some ways, like
Yeah.
men taking advantage of women kind of thing.
A lot of this is just fuck
Yeah.
men. And this whole entire
Oh, yeah.
VHS one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Even our buds who we're about to see in a moment here. Back to interlude, tape 56. This is the end of tape 56. Gary can't find his cameraman, Zach. When he goes back to the room, the man who is supposed to be dead also isn't there. He grabs the camera, hearing someone running around downstairs, thinking that it is his friends fucking with him. He goes to check it out. Finding one of his friends with their head decapitated rolling in front of him, he runs as he spots the dead man standing in the doorway, falling down the steps, allowing the man to kill him. What the fuck is up with everybody falling downstairs?
It's embarrassing.
So embarrassing. Get it
Loser.
together. So our final segment here, 103198. This is made by Radio Silence. I feel like this one is the most popular. Like, I feel like a lot of people love this one.
It takes less risks, in my opinion. But it's still well
agree.
crafted. Everyone
is.
likes a haunted house type of movie. Everyone likes
Yeah.
like, oh, cool, it's like a cult or a ritual, whatever. It has all of like the horror elements that everyone does like.
Yeah, and the hands through the wall.
It works well.
I think
It
a
works well.
lot of people
Iconic.
really love that,
Yeah.
especially when that was making rounds, like around like 2016 and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like I even remember people just like posting it online, not knowing the context being from a VHS, and they kept posting it and reposting it, just the picture of the hands. You know, a lot of people didn't know that that's where that was from when they were doing that, which is kind of funny. But anyway, we cut to Matt, Tyler, Chad, and Paul barbecuing before the Halloween night festivities. This is great because this is around their YouTube days. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that Matt, Chad, and Tyler started on YouTube. And they had a YouTube collective group called Matt, Chad, and Rob. And this was before Tyler. Tyler worked with them as they were working for a studio, but they were working as a studio like, I'm talking like bottom of the barrel, dude. Like, you know, I think Tyler was like a male guy or something like that. And they literally was just like, oh, what are you guys doing on the weekends or whatever? And he was like, yeah, we're making a movie. And he was like, oh shit. Well, he was like, well, I do movies too. If you guys want, if you guys want a third person or something like that, or a fourth person or whatever. And that's how it started. That's how Radio Silence started.
That's crazy.
From YouTube.
Just a bunch of friends making movies. Love it.
Just a bunch of friends making movies. You can still watch a lot of these on YouTube too, cool. As well. So like, and some of them are really good, but they remind me a lot of like, cause it's like sketch comedies. But it reminds me a lot of like, That's a Bad Idea.
Oh, so good.
Yeah. Yeah. It reminds me a lot of them. Reminds me of Raka Raka.
Sure.
And this is like pre all of them, so like they've been doing this obviously for a minute, but like, that's how they got started. So there you go. It sucks that Chad's not with them anymore, though, man. That hurts me. That hurts me a lot, but I get it. Tyler is dressed up as a teddy bear with an Annie cam.
So clever. I like that costume. It's a great way to have that found footage found.
100%.
Really
100%. It is definitely one of the smarter ones of like, why are you filming? Like,
right. It still like made no sense when I saw him first in the costume, and then as soon as he walks into or goes into the car, he's like, "I'm a nanny cam."
I'm a nanny cam. Yeah,
brilliant, smart.
Yeah,
love it.
There's also a not a cameo, but it's a reference in Scream 6 of this as well, and it's the costume that Jenna Ortega is wearing and her friends. Jenna Ortega is the pirate, just like Matt. So there you go. His roommate tells him that the homies are downstairs, reminding him of midnight. I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. I was like, this crazy stuff is going on at midnight or whatever. I was like, okay. He meets up with the rest of the crew so they can go to a party. They're having a hard time with their directions. Eventually, they make it to their destination, passing around beers as they head to the quiet house. Nobody's inside the house as they figure out a way inside. They call for their friend Justin as they make fun of the house dining room's lights flicker as they mock the state of it being a shitty haunted house. I'm going to just say it. I am so surprised sometimes at their acting. Their acting is so genuine in these moments to me.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, I don't know. Like, it's something about it that is just so genuine.
Yeah.
It is.
It's like if you see these like filmmakers or writers that kind of have to do stand-ins, like something goes wrong and they lose an actor or whatever, and you're like, you're not half bad.
Yeah,
if
seriously.
You don't want to be behind the camera, you do well in front of the camera.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I would love, I know they probably would never do this because I mean they're making the fucking Mummy, so like they don't have to do this shit anymore.
Right.
But like I would love to see them in front of the camera again, like so badly. I would love to see. I think the last movie I've seen them in, like in front of the camera, had to probably have been maybe Southbound.
Sure. Well, the thing that was tripping me up, because I knew this segment was theirs, and as soon as I was like listening to everyone's name, I was like, oh, that's their name. That's their name. That's their name.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, are the actors in it them?
Yes.
And I was like, oh, it is.
Yes.
It took me a minute to like notice, but then I was like, oh, it is them.
Yeah.
Because I kept on hearing Tyler, Chad. I'm like, oh wait, yeah, these are all the guys from Radio.
That's all their names.
And then I look closer at their faces. And I'm like, oh wait, that's fucking them.
Yeah, it's Radio Silence, the homies. It would have been hilarious if they all would have traded names.
Hey Chad, Tyler, wait, stop looking at the camera.
Wait, which one? They continue exploring the house, but Tyler stays in one of the other rooms, startled by the door behind him sliding open and a ghastly-looking woman disappearing in the darkness. Matt, Chad, and Paul freak out and laugh in the other room because hands were pulling at them from inside the walls. Thinking that it's still just a gimmick, they hear thudding upstairs, so they decide to head up. Tyler notices that the chair is now in the middle of the floor, but he doesn't mention it as they continue up. He goes into a room where a woman is sitting in a chair in front of the mirror, but she's gone when she turns that direction. The lights shut off and the door slams shut. He calls out to them as the room fills with gasps and growls. The light comes back on and the door opens up to Chad whispering that they're going to scare Matt. He scares Matt and Paul inside of a room, causing them to erupt in laughter after a quick whipping. They continue searching for anyone else inside the house as they rumbles accompanied by muffled voices. They search for the stairs to the attic, finding them inside a bathroom as their chanting becomes louder. When they get upstairs, they notice a group of men who have a sobbing woman tied up. They all chant, "Cast him down," thinking that it is a joke, and the crew joins in. They shout that they shouldn't be there as the woman sobs for their help. A man slaps her, causing the house to shift and rumble, snatching them up into the abyss above. Chad is the first to get the fuck out of there, and everyone else closely behind. Tyler stops them before they can get out of the door, washed with sympathy for the woman sobbing and pleading in the attic. So they head back up. Going inside the attic to fight the men off from stabbing her, Tyler grabs the dagger, but the man grabs onto him before being snatched above. Do you think she was just already possessed and they were just trying to kill her to have the thing be casted down?
No idea.
It's hard to say. Hard to say. Not long enough. Not long enough. The woman is freed as hands reach out of the walls and floorboards. They make a run for it as it is pandemonium. Oh my God. They reach for the front door handle just to have it disappear and close off the window.
And the way it closes is pretty sick too.
Dude, when I tell you that this was so beyond good.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude.
You can see why this is the final segment to round off all of the other ones.
Yeah. Damn. Absolutely incredible. They go for another, but the same thing happens. Chad finds a basement where they carry the woman down into. The hands reach out of the ground and the walls. Chad works on the cellar door, getting it open so they can all rush out of there. Chad grabs the car and they place her in the back seat with them. Paul works to find a hospital on the map as they continue going. The car gets a mind of its own, stopping on railroad tracks. The woman disappears from the car, standing outside the window, screaming to be let back inside before disappearing again. They're freaking out as they notice her now standing in front of the car, but she's not the same. She's silent, putting her hand on the car as birds fly past her, and then a train comes barreling toward them as a car won't move. They plead for him to unlock the doors, for him to move the car, but he doesn't. They bang and shout to be let out, but the end is imminent, straight to the credits. Wow.
Heck yeah. Good way to end.
Great way to end it. Great way to end it.
Solid.
In my opinion, this is one of my favorite segments too. And I'm not just saying that because they're my friends. Like, this is genuinely just such a fun segment. But still, in my opinion, the best segment of them all is Ty West. Ty West fucking knocked it out of the park with Second Honeymoon to me.
Yeah.
Like, that was one where I was just like, I could watch an entire movie of this right here.
Yeah,
I was,
scary.
like, that one was dark as
Great
fuck,
tension
but
building. Yeah.
exactly. But it was the one that I felt like had the most
Just remove the
cohesive
toilet
term of
scene.
a story.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't for the toilet scene, kind of ruin our tension a little bit there, but it's okay. It's okay. I'll let it
It's
slide.
okay.
I'll let it slide. But I think I got some movie facts for us here.
I think we got some movie facts.
The demonic woman Lily is based on the female demon Lilith from ancient mythology. Lily seems to have a talon-like feet and briefly seen as a winged humanoid. Lily resembles the female winged demon or goddess depicted in the Burney relief 18th century BC. This relief has long been suspected to be early depictions of Lilith.
Interesting.
Cool.
She flies up and picks up kids.
I know, just starts picking up kids and dropping them and shit. The word fuck is said around 240 times.
Impressive.
Very impressive.
Holy fuck.
The 4 criminals in Tape 56 are named after the producers of the movie: Gary Binko, Brad Mishka, Roxanne Benjamin, and Zach Zeman.
I knew it.
I knew it this whole time.
As soon as I heard Brad, I was like, I know who you are.
Oh, man. Shout out to Roxanne Benjamin as well. If y'all aren't familiar with her, she is like... She's produced a majority of these type of anthology movies. She's also in the upcoming, which I highly suggest, it's fan-fucking-tastic, the upcoming documentary, 1,000...
Women in Horror?
1,000 Women in Horror. So
already
good,
released. Dude. It's really good. I saw it. It's
really good. I highly suggest you guys check that one out.
A lot of good interviews in there.
A lot of great interviews in there. But she also directed she had a segment in XX, which was kind of the female-only VHS, which was fantastically well done. But that's with obviously Roxanne Benjamin, Karen Kusama, as well as in that, and Sophia Carrillo is in that as well. Really, really good stuff. Really good stuff. So I would highly, highly suggest that as well. But yeah, she's great. She's great. Love her to death. I don't know her personally, but some really good segments in XX. That one I feel like doesn't get a lot of love either, but some really good segments in that. So there you go. But literally one of the facts, and I shit you not, one segment takes place in 1998.
It's in the title, right?
I wonder how they could know. That has 118 downvotes. Sam and Stephanie's fortune card from the machine in Second Honeymoon alludes to the other arcs of the anthology, as well as its own arc.
Cool.
Does it?
I would have to rewatch that scene.
Yeah, I would have to rewatch it too, because like I feel like that doesn't.
And I'll be honest, I probably won't. But that's cool. I believe you.
I just feel like that doesn't track. I don't know. Okay, whatever. The brick house the 3 guys break into, where all the VHS tapes are located, is the same house from Marble Hornets, a found footage web series on YouTube that popularized Slender Man. Cool.
Nice. Cool.
That's pretty neat. Pretty neat. Fun shit indeed. But before we go, we got to give a very special shout out to our patrons over on patreon.com/nightlightpod. That's night with a K. If you would like to also get your name shouted out on the show, you can do so by heading over to patreon.com to learn more. Sign up as a patron so you can also have your name shouted out on the show. We would love to have a name dropped on here. So take a moment for our community manager, Allison, to go ahead and take the reins. Take it away, Allison.
What's up, my spookalicious babes? Oh, that's a new one. Let me know what you think. Welcome to this week's shout-outs. Thank you so much for supporting the boys in the pod. This week, very special shout-out to Michael, Avery, a.k.a. Southern Night, a.k.a. NyQuil when she falls asleep on watch parties, Kevin, a.k.a. my wedding date, Gia, sorry, I'm sick, Gia, Allison, myself, Farah, my Twilight bestie, Sergio, I love your name, Jasmine, Kadrea, Firefly, Raquel, Dim, my pit buddy, Johnny, our favorite streamer, Kelly, Rain, our marketing manager, Carrie, Chantal, Joe, our other favorite streamer. Check us out on Patreon and join our Hellfire tier if you would also like a specialized shout out. Sick or not sick, it will be awesome, I promise. I love you so much. Thank you for your support, and we love you so much.
Thank you, everybody, for supporting the show, for keeping the lights on, if you will. Truly, we could not do this without any of you guys, so thank you so much for becoming a patron and for supporting the show financially. It means a lot to us, and it does help us out a ton to make amazing content. If you are unfamiliar with the content that we also post on Patreon, we post a lot of other content, like trailer reactions, full-blown film commentaries. Last commentary I did was on Hostel Part 2, where I literally watched the entire movie, and you can watch it with me as I am going over commentary. I do a lot of cool stuff in terms of that. And we also have Freddy's interviews that are also on there as well. So by all means, hop over there. It's fun. It's a lot of great content. And
Do it.
But the film that we're going to be covering next week is going to be none other than Censor. I am so excited to cover this. I've seen it only once. I
Same.
remember enjoying it, but I don't remember much of it. So I'm excited to revisit this one.
Came out like during COVID, right? I think
It did. It came out around like 2021, 2022.
Yeah.
I remember this one at the time when that did come out. It was like everybody was trying to watch this movie. Like I remember so many people trying to get screener copies of it and all this stuff. So it was a pretty big deal when it first came out around that time. So, but yeah. We'll be watching it nonetheless again, so I'm excited to revisit this one as well. So, should be fun. Before I go as well, or before we go, I want to give this person a very special shout out. This person took the time to comment on one of our posts. Her name's Allie, and Allie is from Australia. And we had a very nice conversation within the comments of Spotify on the Howling episode. And Allie, shout out to you. Thank you so much for taking the time to thank all of you for taking the time to just post on the episodes in Spotify. I truly love seeing them. It is so cool to see you guys posting on there and reacting, and I love responding to them. So thank you so much for doing that. But Allie specifically, truly appreciate the fucking shit out of you. You are awesome. One thing that I will read on the comment here. Obviously, these are public, but she mentioned forever cheering you on, listening. One of the biggest fans. All love from Australia. And I was like, holy shit, wow, thank you so much. Hopefully you're enjoying the video format. And she said, yes, very much. Keep it up. Love video and audio formats. And she listens to us while she drives to work and doing chores around the house. And that's really awesome. And she even invited us to Australia as well. She said she would love to meet us one day in a meet and greet in Australia. And that's really fucking cool. That's something that Freddie and I are working really hard to possibly do, is do meet and greets and all that stuff. So thank you guys so much. Seriously. Like it's
the world to us for sure.
It really, it makes this stuff that we do so much more worth it when we hear from you guys. So thank you. Really appreciate it. But this was Nightlight, a horror movie podcast. I was one of your hosts, Prince, also known as Head Knight. Alongside me, we had Freddie.
Boop.
Also known as Nighty Night. He's like, Nighty Night.
Go to bed. We're tired. I'm tired. But
with your help, we can reach more ghoulish nights with your recommendation for the show. If your podcast app allows you to rate the show, please consider us, give us a 5-star rating, as it honestly does help us out a ton. Or just comment and like the show on YouTube. Do all the shit. Subscribe on YouTube as well. It really does mean a ton to us for doing all of that as well. But for extra horror related content, you can head over to patreon.com/nightlightpod. That's night with a what? And remember, everybody, don't forget your nightlight.